kings perished 1,000 years ago. Their great cities turned to graves. In their place came new life.
Zdravím dámy a pánové, vítám vás zpět u Horizon Forbidden West. Dneska pokračujeme misí, kde máme zachránit ty bohy země. No, tady máme toho třetího, ten druhý, ten tam nějak nefungoval nebo co, jebalo se to, no tak jsem se na to vyjebal. Hotové a prostě jdeme na toho třetího, no. A tam ve vodě už samozřejmě čekají stroje. A tady ten je teda zase takový pod tím, nebo něco? Krokodýl na mě bude útočit, ale mně to je tak nějak jedno. Jo, tady to jenom nainstaluju a hotovo. No tak tím líp, no a tím pádem se můžu neportnout sem a nemusím řešit krokodýla.
Another land god dealt with. Hey,
No a tady musíme teda zprovoznit ten třetí.
had to swim a bit, but I gave the reboot code to So.
Ah, good. We used to celebrate So in the fall, at the beginning of the harvest, with wine made from elderflowers. When I was 12, I got tipsy on it and kissed a boy in the sage garden.
How'd that go?
He was so surprised he nearly fell into the mulch. It would be good to see So again, plowing the fields in the afternoon sun.
How are things on your end?
Getting there. A few land gods to visit still.
Okay. I'll call you when I'm done with the last one.
Thank you, Aloy.
I guess they were leaving offerings to the land god.
No.
It looks like something fried them. Whatever did it might still be around.
No, něco je usmažilo, no a co přesně teda tady mám dělat, jako. To je hezký, že je něco usmažilo, no a to dál. Tady jsou stopy, no ale tak jako o mě to nikam nevede, tak já nevím.
There's the land god. But I'll have to deal with those machines before I install the reboot
No.
code.
Já Landgarda nevidím, ale dobře. Tenhle ten...
Ammo could help here.
To je Revenger. Starý dobrý Revenger. Ten mě určitě nechyběl, ale no, tentokrát už na trošku jiný úrovni, abych ho dal. Pěkné, no. Může skoro dole, ty hálka mu ubývají, no. Mrtvej. Jo. Tak se mi to líbí. A tohle to jsou default skrepři, no. Teď mě netrápijou. Pojď.
machines. Time to install this code on that land god.
No, to je poslední teda.
Uh-oh.
Co to bylo? Zabij Stormbirda.
Stormbird.
Jo, no, Stormbird. Jak jinak? Který jiný než Stormbird, že? Kdybych ho dostal dolů, tak je to klíč. Samozřejmě to nestihnu, no. Minule mě to dalo zabrat do sejmout, no. I když za předpokladu, že mě nesejme na hit zase, tak možná ho sejmu, no. Tak za předpokladu, že on bude, on nebude píča a poletí aspoň sem teda, no. Já bych chtěl vidět slabiny, no, kyselina, jo. Pěkné, máme ho. Můžu mu dát kritikál? Ovládnout dokonce ho můžu, jo. Že ho ovládnu, tak to bude blbý nebo dobrý? Ale se asi nebude fungovat, že? No, ale slabina to, by to být mohla, když je takové jako... Ještě je pořád ovládnutý. Kdyby nelítá tak pičovsky nade mnou, tak je to jednoduchý, no. Kde je teď? Já nemám rád, když ty fighty tak dlouho trvají, ach jo. Já mu skoro vůbec nic neubírám. Proč? No, spadne zase dolů. Já jsem omráčený, no, tentokrát bych mu dal ten kritikál, kdyby to šlo. Bude lítat, když má lepidlo? Nemusel by, že ne? No, teď ho mám. Opět jsem ho omráčil. Dobrý. Teď už je nějaký oslabený, no. Jop. Tak už vím aspoň recept na Stormbeardy, no, ale kritikáry mu nejdou moc, no.
Okay, let's get this code installed in that land god.
To je zase tisíce surovin pryč, no.
I should
No,
install
jdem
this
to
code on
nainstalovat
the land.
teda.
Let's try this again. Nice and easy.
A teď
The last land god.
si promluvit se Zo. Která se vrátí do Poinsougu, jo? Tak to bude zajímavý, protože Zo už se přece do Poinsougu vrátit nechtěla.
Fitting then that I feel thankful. Tea's festival came in winter, when all the grain from the harvest was stored away. It was the season of gratitude, and all the children would receive gifts. The best was my first bow, made of yew, strung by my father.
Well, he definitely taught you how to shoot well.
Aloy did.
There's...
When you can, meet me at Plainsong, and we'll send out the
All of the
reboot
land
signal.
gods have been updated.
I've delivered
Now
the code
to
to
send
all
out
the
the
land
reboot
gods,
signal.
save one. Only La is left. I'm here with her, just east of the main village.
Okay, I'll get there as soon as I can.
What does this mean? A new beginning. Gaia told me this would happen. To all of them. Do, T, So, and the rest. She called it a reboot sequence. But I didn't think it would be so beautiful. Soon the land gods will return to tilling the soil as they once did.
Zoe, the chorus wants a word.
Of course they do.
Do you want me to come?
No need. I'll just tell them that our lands will soon bloom again. Who are they to argue? Find me later, and I'll tell you how it went.
Good luck.
Tak bohové země nám zpívají z toho, jak moc jsou šťastní, že jsme je rebootovali. Tak to je zajímavý, no. Každopádně bohové země opět fungujou. Dobrý, takže no, možná teď už ta země nebude úplně totálně v prdeli. No, tady máme bonusovou misi, jo. No. Moment, a to bylo takhle všechno, ne? Protože tady jsou ruiny, to je tohle nic. Závod. A z misí tady nemám nic, takže já můžu jít na tu bonusovku. To je teďka definitivně nová, protože já jsem měl všechny bonusovky jinak splněný ze Pointslogu. Tady tu oblast jsem měl ještě, řekl bych možná i na 100% splněnou. Výjimkou kovových květin. A v té době možná ještě ohnět třipů. Ale to tu bude jenom s tou zoo, ne? Že nám řekne, jak to šlo s tím sborem, ne? Protože to mě vede zpátky do té vesnice. Jo, to bude bez tak u toho sboru. Nebo ne? Ne, tak ne, no. Jax a Korehem.
Hey, Aloy. I hear you've been making quite the impression on the clan lands. Saving the desert clan from itself? Forcing the commander Takote out of hiding? Defending the grove from Regala?
I didn't do it alone.
The humble words of a true warrior.
Is something wrong?
No. Yes. There's this song I want to play, one of my own making, but it's hopeless. I'm just never going to get the sound right.
What makes you say that?
Back in the Clanlands, the Sky Clan built instruments that cast sound to sky and across the mountains. They use long-leg throats to make them bellow with the sound of metal. It's how they communicate between villages. Combining that sound with the Utarus would create a melody unlike anyone's ever heard before. But I won't be hunting for any long-legs anytime soon.
For now, you should try the Metal Weaver again. They might have some new piece you can use.
Right.
This song means a lot to him, doesn't it?
It does, which is why I'm getting him that machine part. It'll be a surprise. The Utaru say that's the best way to receive a gift.
Is there a long leg around here?
As it happens, one has been troubling some villages southwest of here. You be doing me and Plainsong a favor by getting rid of it. Interested?
Maybe. Tell me more about this long leg.
It's a particularly nasty one. Looks different too. Tainted like the lands around here used to be. It protects a group of machines that overran a small outpost southwest of Plainsong. Its call is easy enough to track, but if it spots us, it'll call reinforcements faster than you can draw your bow. Take it out with the rest of those machines, though. Plainsong has one less problem to deal with, and Corey gets to play his melody. Victory for all.
I didn't think the Tenakth cared much about gifts.
When I first moved here, I remember some days were more difficult than others. But I came to embrace the life I found here, and I don't see why I can't help Corey do the same.
He's lucky to have you. If I make my way down there, I'd like to help.
I appreciate that. I'll head southwest and see if I can pick up a trail.
Takže jo, máme vystupovat Lonlega a tam vlastně z něho získat nějakou tu část, aby si on mohl zahrát písničku. O známky Krageov Tidridge, tohle je co? What the fuck? Tidridge bylo kde? Já nevím, to tady není nikde označený a já nevím, co to je za misi, nebo jestli se to bugnulo. To je, moment, to je ta Tady je Ridge, jo. A tam mě říkali teda, že ti nějací zmrti uprchli na moře, no. A toho je, jdeme za Jacksem, jdeme hledat Jackse, no. A kde teda je ten hňup? Tady. Jo. No, takže jdeme za tím hňupem, zjistíme, co tam teda je s tím longlegem. Nevím teď, který je longleg totiž, si nejsem jistý. Říkal, že tam chrání armádu strojů, no.
Put these in my bag.
Lee Pleasure, že jo, tíhlecí. To není nejhorší.
Aloy, nice of you to join me.
Thought you could use the backup.
To byly oba dva. Zmrt. No moc dlouho mu to nevydrželo, no. Dělá machra. No to byli plešeři, kde je ten longleg, no.
You okay?
You arrived not a moment too soon, Huntress. I thought I heard a Longleg's call, so I hastened to follow, but I was caught unaware by these machines instead. There it is again.
Let's go find it.
Jo, takže jdem najít longlega. Asi vůbec nejsem jistý, který to je ten stroj.
Sounds like our long legs at the top of that cliff. Looks like we're climbing.
We'll make quick work of it.
Tady je nějaké staré letadlo nebo něco? Jo, to vypadá na část letadla. No, až pláme.
This reminds me of my early days as a veteran. Always running off to hunt in the wilds. As far away from plain song as possible.
What changed?
I saw my first Utaru students become fighters worthy of any Tanakh clan. I felt useful, like I belonged. And so plain song became home.
I'm sure Corey will find his place too.
I hope so.
Almost there.
Co to je za červený?
Sounds like that long leg isn't alone.
To se jen tady o počasí?
I'm afraid you might be right. There's our long leg.
Jo, tenhle. No takhle to není náročný stroj. Všech takových jsme sejmuli už miliony. Jo, bomba. To bylo rychlý, no. Já jsem myslel, že to je nějaký náročný stroj. A tohle je Spike Snout. Jo, má naplněnou korupci. Jo. Tady ti jsou celkem easy, to není problém, no i když ten hňub mě mohl pomoct, jako ne, že ne. No, jestli se někdy zvednu, tak už ho sejmu. No a ten hňub mě nechal fajtit samýho, no. Předtím to vypadalo, že mě pomůže a teďka mě nechá fajtit samýho, no.
Many thanks, Aloy. Without you, I might have been in trouble. Why don't you take that piece to Corey for me? The villagers felled by these machines need to have their seeds buried properly first.
Are you sure?
Tell Corey I better be the first to hear that song of his when I return.
Jo, takže to máme donést tomu hňupovi. Aby nám teda zahrál tu songu nějakou. Pěkné, no.
Zoe, are you there? I'm in Plainsong and it's amazing. It's just like you said, the fields are back in bloom.
And we have you to
Takže
thank.
pole se spravili, jo?
If you hadn't come along, the Utaru would still be starving, under siege by machines.
Táž,
Glad it worked out.
to už tady nemají ani tu korupci, jo?
Yes. First Plainsong. Next.
Kaj, tady to roste pěkně, no tak dobrý, stroje se vrátily. A najednou to tady všechno roste, tak to beru, no, to se mně líbí. To se mně líbí. Teď ještě tady ten hňub nám zahraje tu topovou písničku svoji. To je teda rozdíl, no, že ten Plainsong fakt vypadá úplně jinak, když jsme do něho poprvé přišli a teďka najednou... Wow, vypadá dobře všechno tady.
Corey.
Aloy? I thought you had left Plainsong.
Well, I thought about it, but then I'd have to carry this long leg throat all by myself.
You found
Jax did.
that old man.
Can still hear perfectly fine. So let's hear it.
I'm gonna need some help. Aloy, can you take this to the workbench, please? You won't have to do much, I promise. You'll see a wide cavity on the instrument. That piece should...
Že to musíme vyrobit, pěkné. No. Úkolové předměty, jop. Takže mu vyrobíme tu píšťalku a doufejme, že neohluchneme z těch jeho písniček. No jinak upgrade žádný nemám, protože nemám žádný věci na to, že?
Hey, Lord, let us see your handiwork.
I think it's good to go.
song of two peoples indeed.
Thank you, Aloy. My debt to you seems to only grow.
Hearing that was payment enough.
That may be, but you should at least take this. You deserve it.
May the wings of the Ten hearten your step.
No, dostali jsme topovou songu. A máme to hotový, no. A každopádně kam teď? No, to máme všechny takový ty jako regulární bonusový mise hotový. My máme teďka, tady fakt už vlastně nic nemáme. Vedlejší mise, tady je všechno hotový, tady těch bylo hodně, no. Pochůzky, to je na vlnách spravedlnosti, já nevím, tady je záznam od cíle, to je hotový, takže já nevím, jestli se to nějak aktivuje potom znovu nebo něco. Hotenařský známky, to mě nezajímá, toto je přerušení první, která letěla. Ano. Jo, to chci vidět, tu první, co letěla, to byla mise, která mě fakt zajímavá, která fakt zněla hodně dobře. Loviště, cvičiště, arena, tady nic, tábory, no jo. Tam něco jako ještě je, ale to je hotovo jinak. No takže, jo, já to vidím tak, že já se můžu vrátit na základnu a můžeme se nějak jako posunout v tom hlavním příběhu. Uvidíme, co se bude dít, jestli půjdeme na Hefasta teda. Samozřejmě si se všema musíme promluvit při příchodu, při každém příchodu na základnu. A Zobím nám měla ještě dělit informace, co jí řekl Zbor. Zbor jí určitě zase řekl, že to je proti pravidlům a my tu věc musíme deaktivovat, protože naši bohové se musí přece aktivovat sami. To bychom nemohli ručně ovlivňovat a my se strojů nesmíme dotýkat, protože to je proti pravidlům kmene Utaru. A samozřejmě, že Zbor minimálně nás totálně zhejtí, místo toho, aby nám poděkovali, že jsme jim zachránili kmen. No, ale to už je jedno. To si užije Zo. Naštěstí už jsme tam nemuseli být osobně. Moment, nemám nějaký ovladač, co bych si mohl vyrobit. Ty ovladače bych taky chtěl vyrobit všechny, když jako prakticky jsou mi jako ničemu. Minimálně z toho pohledu, že já ty stroje stejně nikdy moc neovládám, jakoby, no, ale tak to nevadí, že? Alva?
Anything new around here?
Kotalo showed me the schematics for his new arm. I recall reading about robotic limbs within the legacy, but I never thought I'd see one in action. Technology like that would be treasured back home. Think of what it could do for injured workers or soldiers. But knowing the Imperial family, they would use it for different purposes. Their own.
Replacing body parts as they grow older. Like the Zeniths.
Exactly.
I better leave you to your studies.
There really is a lot to go through, isn't there?
What's on your mind?
What's wrong with your shoulder?
Yeah, it hurts a little. Yeah, maybe a lot.
What'd you do?
Well, I tried to arm wrestle with Kotalo.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a great idea.
I was just curious to see if that new arm of his was as strong as it looked. Turns out it really is.
And let me know if you find any sense of Prometheus in Barren Light.
I will. Don't worry.
OK, tak Eren si zranil ruku během toho, když se přetlačoval s Kotalem, aby testoval jeho novou železnou ruku. No jako přetlačovat se s někým, kdo má železnou ruku, není teda moc dobrý nápad. Moment, no co ta beta, ta je pořád jakože tady dole, pořád tam jako kempí, nebo... Nebo už se něco změnilo. A tady nějaký nový místnosti už nemáme, ne? Tady ne, tam jsme byli už. A tady... Tady jsem byl, nebo to tady je teď nově? Já mám pocit, že jsem tady byl, jo, tady je to otevřený, takže jsem tam byl. No k ní teda jít nemůžeme. No tak teoreticky můžeme si promluvit s Gajou rovnou, no. No zjistíme, co teda Gaja nám k tomu všemu řekne. Tady už máme nějaký ten stůl, nějaký bordel tady vytvářijou.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Ježíš, neříkej, že máme další problém.
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your subfunctions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
No, tak budeme potřebovat betu. No. Ty vole. No, to teda nevím. Hej, to není dobrý nápad, jako betu cpát do toho kotle. Za prvé, zínití ji budou chtít uníst, takže to je jako jedna věc. Za druhý, ona si zase bude na všechno stěžovat, takže to nevím teda, jestli je dobrý. Já bych ji tam prostě nebral, ale když to potřebujeme, jako 35 a 4,5 hodiny, to je docela velký rozdíl, no.
Aloy, I believe Varl is still waiting for you outside Beta's room.
No.
I just wanted to talk about something else first.
Jo, já chci probrat úplně všechno, co je možný. Pak půjdeme za Varlem.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Yes. Given that the Utaru's land gods are functioning properly again, I expect the land will yield a modest harvest.
The first of many, hopefully. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Pharaoh.
Ted. Guess he got what he deserved, in the end.
Yes. An igneous conclusion to his pathological narcissism, impulsive tendencies, and instability.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of combat machines to do that.
Correct.
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of receding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then. So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
So I, found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of Old World warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
How's all of us settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your alpha clearance.
Which is why I got Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Because the work will be split between you and Beta, it will take approximately 4.5 hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Farrow create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a backdoor to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot, one that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus.
I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
No, takže... jo, dlouhý pokec, až příliš dlouhý. Ale plán máme. 2 jádra do jedné nainstalujeme Gaiu. A když se ta energie rozdělí mezi Aloy a Betu, tak by to mělo zabrat 4,5 hodin, než se splyne s Hephaestem. Hephaesta manuálně... deaktivujeme mu manuálně ten kód. A tím by měl splynout Gaiou, všechno bez problémů, zatímco Eren, Varl a Zo a možná i Alva, tak by měli teda zaměstnat Zenity tím, že udělají signál ve všech kódronech, co jsme našli. No a tím by to všechno mělo vyjít, ale já se bojím, že to nebude tak jednoduchý, prostě vždycky to nějak špatně dopadne a ten plán zní dobře, no, ale bohužel se bojím, že se to může pojebat.
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you are ready.
Tak Betu jsme přesvědčili, no.
I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
No, nakonec jsme ji přesvědčili. Bylo to těžké, ale samozřejmě rost nás pořád provází i po tak dlouhé době, no. I když, no, upřímně. Už je to takový, že ani ten rost tam tolik nezapadá. Ta část, která byla v jedničce s rostem, je úplně, jak kdyby byla prostě pryč, jak kdyby prostě úplně zmizela, jako, že vůbec mě nenapadá, že to je stejná hra, upřímně, protože, jak říkám, já už jsem to zmínil hodněkrát, to, co my tady děláme teď, je úplně jak prostě jiná hra, než to, co jsme dělali v jedničce, kde jsme jako trénovali s rostem a byli jsme jako tak nějak jenom na pokraji tady toho všeho a teďka jsme v tom a najednou je to úplně něco jiného. Že já nevím, no, je to šílený prostě, jak se to všechno mění, no. Každopádně máme tam nějaký bonusový mise, takže to bude ještě... No ještě na chvíli to bude, tak bonusový mise splníme první. Až půjdeme na hlavní mise, chci splnit všechny bonusové mise, co tady budou tak nějak dostupný, takže asi tak. Každopádně, pro tento díl už to bude vše. Já vám děkuji, že jste podívali, doufám, že vám toto video líbilo. Pokud ano, můžete zanechat like, popřípadě odběr pro další videa. A uvidíme se u dalšího.